Hey everyone, and welcome. So, what if there was a blueprint for success? I mean, a single measurable behavior that you could pinpoint that separates the top performers from everyone else, no matter what their job is. Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to uncover the one habit that really defines high achievers.
You know, it's funny. Over 2,000 years ago, Aristotle basically laid it all out for us. And this right here, isn't just some old quote. It's the key that unlocks everything we're about to dive into. Excellence isn't some lightning strike of genius. Nope. It's the result of something we do over and over and over again.
And that's the big question, isn't it? It's one thing to talk about habits and philosophy, but can we actually take that ancient wisdom and apply some modern science to it? Can we really identify and, quantify the specific behaviors that lead to success?
Well, as it turns out, we can. This is a system called Shadow Match, and it was designed to do exactly that. Think of it as a tool that looks past your resume, past your skills, and gets right to the heart of your automatic ingrained behaviors, the stuff that really drives how you perform every single day. Now, the key here is how they define a habit. We're not just talking about things you do often. For this to work, a true habit is an action that's so automatic you do it without even thinking about it. It's your default setting. It's just what you do. And this is where it gets really cool, because Shadow Match doesn't just give you a simple yes or no on a habit, it actually measures its intensity. So on the low end, you've got planned behavior. These are the things you really have to force yourself to do. But on the high end, you have radical habits, behaviors that are just so natural, they're completely second nature. Okay, so this is where it gets super practical. How do you take this whole system and use it to figure out what makes a great salesperson tick, or what makes a brilliant engineer so good at their job? How do you actually build that blueprint for success? Simple. You study the best of the best. The process is called benchmarking. First, you find the absolute rock stars in a specific role. Then, you have them all complete the worksheet. All of their results get combined into a single profile, a benchmark, that becomes the gold standard, the ideal set of habits for being amazing at that job. And this benchmark, this is the crucial part. It creates a shadow. It's like the perfect silhouette of habits for that role. So new candidates, or even current employees, can have their own habits measured against this shadow to see how well they line up with the proven top performers. And that's where the name comes from, Shadow Match. Pretty cool, right? And listen, this is not just some theory. This whole benchmarking thing has been used across a wild range of fields. I mean, we're talking elite athletes like professional cricket players and top junior golfers, but also sales executives, IT pros, and financial managers. The same process has been used to find the secret sauce for success in all of them. Which, of course, leads us to the ultimate question. If you look at all these different high flyers, from athletes to executives, is there a common thread? A mini dissertation dug into this, analyzing 320 top performers from 8 totally different fields, all to find out, is there one single habit that all successful people share? And after crunching all that data, comparing every benchmark from cricketers to coders, the answer was, surprisingly, a clear and definite yes, there is one. And that one habit is discipline. Across every single one of those top performing groups they studied, this was the common denominator, the single most powerful habit that predicted high performance. And we've got the numbers to prove it. The average score for discipline across all of those top performers was 52.58. Now remember, that scale we talked about, anything over 50 is considered a strong habit. And get this, discipline was the only habit that consistently showed up at that high level of intensity across every single group. The only one. So what are we really talking about when we say discipline? This isn't about being rigid or punishing yourself. It's the natural, automatic habit of working effectively inside a system. It's about instinctively following the rules, sticking to structures, and hitting deadlines. Not because someone is making you, but because that's just how you're wired to get things done. So what does this actually mean for you or for any workplace? It's not about cracking the whip and enforcing a bunch of new, stricter rules. Not at all. In fact, the research suggests that discipline doesn't thrive under pressure. It thrives within a positive and supportive structure. It's about designing an environment for success. And this quote really gets to the heart of it. You don't get discipline by force. You get it by creating an environment where people genuinely want to succeed. When a company really invests in the happiness and success of its people, that trust builds the very foundation where disciplined habits can grow all on their own.
And to prove this isn't just talk, at the Shadow Match office, they put this idea into practice with something you'd probably never expect: an annual gardening competition. Yup, every single employee gets their own plot of land, and they all compete to be crowned Farmer of the Year.
Now, it might just sound like a bit of fun, but think about the benefits. It creates healthy competition, gives people a reason to step away from their computers and relax, sparks positive conversations, and gives everyone a great start to their day. It's all about building a positive routine that supports good habits in every part of life, not just at the desk.
And that really brings us to the biggest takeaway here. The goal isn't just about making people better workers. It's about understanding their natural habits so you can help create an environment where success at work actually fuels success in their personal lives. And that personal happiness, in turn, makes them even more successful at work. It becomes this amazing, positive, upward cycle.
So we've come full circle, right back to where we started with Aristotle. Excellence is a habit. And now we know that the cornerstone habit of pretty much all top performers is discipline, that natural ability to thrive within a structure. So the final question, really, is for you. Which habit are you choosing to build, starting today?